I hate Murder Mystery 2 content, and I know that's a crazy thing to hear coming from a Murder Mystery 2 content creator, but it is the truth. I hate Murder Mystery 2 content down to the core, and I have hated it for a very long time. I haven't, watched Murder Mystery 2 content in, half a decade, I'm not kidding. Now, let me get one thing very clear. I have a lot of Murder Mystery 2 YouTuber friends, as somebody who participates in Murder Mystery 2 content, and I have nothing but respect and love for these people. What they do is something that I couldn't fathom doing, and they do a great job of it. That being said, though, I personally couldn't bring myself to make MM2 content. But before you ask, yes, my last video was like Murder Mystery 2 centered, but I wouldn't call it a Murder Mystery 2 video. It was more like a video about Murder Mystery 2 more than it was a Murder Mystery 2 video. If you look a lot at my most recent videos from 2024, those are Murder Mystery 2 videos. And let me tell you one thing, I hated making those. It was genuinely a horrible time. I was very much forcing myself to put videos out, specifically only because I wanted to have videos coming out and to be like a consistent YouTuber kind of thing. But I was not having a great time. It was very, very, very forced. And again, just getting this out of the way, if you make Murder Mystery 2 content, if you enjoy watching it, if you enjoy making it, if you enjoy everything about it, by all means, power to you. I'm not hating on you. You can enjoy whatever it is you want to enjoy. That's completely fine, and I have nothing against that. It's just that me personally, I can't stand it. Now, it should go without saying that Murder Mystery 2 content is usually directed more towards kids because Murder Mystery 2 is, well, basically just kids, and me being an adult pretty much, the content is just not engineered towards me. Now, there is Murder Mystery 2 videos I have watched that I genuinely have enjoyed, but the average Murder Mystery 2 YouTuber that at least I have seen is not making videos that are like that. The truth is, it's just incredibly inauthentic. It feels like it's super produced and very down to a script, down to a formula. It's like people have found what it is that people like to see and just made it over and over and over again for years, and everybody's doing that. Now, I know that's what the algorithm is, algorithm is supposed to find exactly what it is that people like to see and then push it to those people so they can see it. But it feels so mechanical and inorganic that it's not even a creative field anymore. It's genuinely just the same process over and over again. And when I started doing it, or at least when I tried to do it, to not any great success by any means, I felt horrible. I felt empty. It was like the entire creative aspect of making a video was ripped away from me, and I was following this formula. It's like cooking the same recipe over and over and over again without adding anything new to it and expecting it to taste different. It just won't. It's not possible. And that's kind of the reason that I majorly changed up my last video. I wanted to do something a little different, experiment a little bit with animation and sound design and things like that. And I had a great time making it. And don't get me wrong, I do intend to make more videos like that, but that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is just to kind of just talk about Murder Mystery 2 content as a whole, because I know a lot of people agree with me on the fact that Murder Mystery 2 content is kind of heading towards a hole. MM2 YouTubers are still, raking in millions of views daily, weekly, whatever, but that can't last forever. And even if there's new content to the game, once that runs dry, what's next, at what point is the MM2 audience going to eventually grow up? And I mean that actually grow up, not grow up. I mean actually turn into adults and stop watching Murder Mystery 2 content. I mean, think about it. Think about any big MM2 YouTuber and look at their sub count and wonder to yourself how many of those people once watched MM2 but now don't because they're adults and they don't care for it. I'm included in that number, and there's probably hundreds of thousands if not millions of those people, right? Now, I'm doing a lot of complaining, and again, I really want to push the point that I'm not hating against any of these people who watch it or make it. Again, I have tons of friends who make this kind of content, and it's great. I'm super glad that they can find themselves enjoying this or even turning it into a job or having creative fun with it. It's just that for me, it's always lacked authenticity, which is something that when it comes to any sort of creative project, like making videos or anything like that, it's essential. I have met a lot of small MM2 creators who make authentic content and pull hardly any views, but they're the nicest and realest people I've ever met. Whereas I've seen and even talked to some really horrible people who pull in tons of views. Now, that's not common. There's not that many people who are like that, but they exist. Now, I really want to hammer this point home. I know that making content is largely to entertain people. Like, people enjoy being entertained, and if you are an entertainer, you like to entertain. That's completely fine. Again, all of these things that I'm saying are just like my view on it. If you are a creator or you want to be a creator, by all means, don't let me discourage you. Nothing but respect for you. But as somebody who has, kind of grown up and I view the world differently now, putting something so inauthentic out into the world just irks me, like, in every way. And again, there are some authentic creators. Even some of the larger creators seem to be having a great time, and their joy looks very authentic. I can't sit here and look at specific YouTubers and say, you're authentic, you're inauthentic, you're fake, blah, blah, blah. I don't have a right to do that, and I wouldn't be able to do it even if I wanted to. But to any creators or wannabe creators who are out there listening to this right now, think to yourself, is what you're making really the message that you want to put out into the world? If you are somebody who makes other people laugh, how is it that you're making them laugh? Is it through like funny trends or like genuine humor? And if so, what does that say about you? Is it you that's making people laugh? Or is it the material that's making people laugh? Now, I know that doesn't really make sense. That's like saying a comedian's jokes is what makes people laugh and not the comedian. But when it comes to a creative field like this, you kind of have to consider the relationship between like the artist and the art. And I know a lot of people who would argue, hey, separate the art from the artist. And true, yeah, art can be appreciated without the artist at all. If you take a video from a YouTuber like Justin or something, it's still going to be funny whether or not it's related or posted by Justin. The content's just actually funny. If I'm being honest, I would love to hear Justin's thoughts and feelings, or any MM2 YouTuber for that matter, on how they feel making their content. And I say that with genuine interest. Like, I would love to hear how people navigate this creative field where creativity seems to be discouraged. And I know I'm kind of viewing this with like a very black and white lens, like, oh, MM2 is just not creative, there's no creativity, and that's not what I mean. There is tons of creativity. Like, even like the bigger YouTubers do express creativity in their videos, like big people who do like edits, animations, even like little series, movies, bits, podcasts. Like, no matter what it is, there is creativity. The point that I'm trying to make is that the creativity lacks the authenticity that creativity needs. And of course, I want to get this point through, this does not apply to everybody. Again, tons of big creators who are very much the exception to this rule, but I am not one of them. Now, I am by no means a big creator or popular or good at what I do by any means. And my experience is, well, it could be referred to at best as an effort to appeal to the masses. And honestly, not a very good effort either. I guess what I'm saying is that I want to see more Murder Mystery 2 content with soul in it. I guess that's what I'm trying to say, is that Murder Mystery 2 content lacks soul. Like, I would love to see more, like, creative little, like, movies or shows or stuff like that people make inside of Murder Mystery 2 with, like sound direction and, like voice acting and narrative and things like that. And I know that's really hard to do in such, like, a linear, straightforward game like Murder Mystery 2. That's kind of the point, is that it's not possible. Murder Mystery 2 as a game is just not built to support content like that. And of course, that's of no fault of the content creators who are making the content. I really want to hammer the point across that I'm not like attacking anybody or the craft that people do. This is merely all just my perspective on how I view MM2 content. And if you think I'm wrong, by all means, tell me in the comments. Like, I'm completely open to the idea of changing this perspective. This is, again, simply how I view it, and I'm completely open to change my mind or to see it differently. I want to take a step back for a second and look a lot less at the creators and a lot more at the audience. Like I said earlier, a lot of MM2's players are kids. And even me, when I was a younger kid, like 12, 13, 14, I cared way more about being entertained than I did about, like, connecting with art by any sort of measure. I couldn't probably define what art was at that age. Like, it's, to simply put it, it's just not a place where connection or authenticity can exist. Like when's the last time that you saw an MM2 creator like look the audience figuratively in the eyes and say, hey, I've been struggling a lot, my life isn't great, I've been dealing with a lot, please bear with me in this time? Like, genuinely, when is the last time you've seen that and it not be like a community post? Why can't you put that in your video? Just doesn't bode well. And of course, a lot of people like to keep their personal stuff outside of their content, which is 100% completely fair. Like, I understand that is probably how you should go about it. But also the vulnerability of telling people that, no matter who it is something that I think should be admired. All of these content creators and all of the people watching these videos are people. At the end of the day, they are all people behind the screens with intricate lives and feelings and emotions and life situations. And while being entertained is a universally adored thing to be, I also believe that being authentic and connecting with an audience through art is also something that people inherently should desire. Now, I'm not gearing up to say like, oh, we should change MM2 content should change, we should really like move towards like a new era of MM2 content. Like, no, and I'm not trying to say that I'm a very authentic person. A lot of the content I've made and a lot of the content that I will continue to make will be inauthentic to a large degree. In a creative scene like YouTube, it's impossible to not do that. To try and ignore like the numbers and the audience and the stats and the money and everything else that comes with it is just not possible. You can't turn a blind eye to something like that. And even if you could, like, why would anyone even do that? It doesn't make sense. Anyways, I know this was kind of a pointless video, and it's basically just me talking for however many minutes this video is, but it's just something I've been thinking about like a lot over the last couple years, and something that I really wanted to get off my chest and kind of just talk about. And like I said earlier, if you disagree, tell me. Like, please comment it, debate me, DM me on Discord. I would be more than willing to open my mind to a different perspective. But if I'm being 100% truthful, I don't think it's possible for authenticity to thrive in MM2 content. I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's impossible, but I also don't think it's possible. It's just a tough place to be. Anyways, that's all I really had to say. Thank you for watching.